I am here with my dear friend Buzz the Bee from Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. You are going to want to keep a close eye on the weather today, am I right? And let me tell you, it's time now for your local weather report, brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Let's buzz on over to the Main Street Media TV Weather Center.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Happy Thursday. I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast. Clouds stick around for today. Temperatures, though, still stay on the warmer side. We're starting things off in the 60s with some rain and some rumbles of thunder around southern middle Tennessee for the morning. We will continue to see that throughout the afternoon. Slightly drier for the afternoon before more redevelopment showers and some thunder showers for the evening into the overnight as well. Temperatures warming up into the upper 60s for southern middle Tennessee for today. Heading into the overnight, temperatures will fall back into the lower 50s with still some rain around the area. I think we're a little bit drier than what Futurecast is showing, but the trend for your Friday a little bit drier. We'll see a partly to mostly cloudy sky for Friday after we get through Thursday's rain and storm chance, and then we are right back to an unsettled weather pattern for your Saturday into your Sunday. We are going to see showers and storms, especially Saturday evening into the overnight, with maybe some lingering thunder showers for your Sunday. We cool off heading into the second half of the weekend. We go from the 70s to the 50s and then even into the 40s, with rain chances continuing into next week.
Thank you for that update. Tune in each day on Mornings on Main Street for an up-to-date weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. All of their contact information is below. Have a great day.
Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning. Hi, kids. A hot tea, please.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Taste of Nashville, one program produced by Main Street Media of Tennessee. We've talked about this show before. It offers interviews with musicians and entertainers from across the mid-state. Not only that, we highlight the good eats and services offered there at Nashville's Omni Hotel. You also have guests from a number of nonprofits that join in on the program. Well, recently I had the pleasure of being there with John Dwyer and Devin O'Day for their most recent taping of Taste of Nashville. And what a lucky day for me. Seriously, that same day, musician and real world cast member Jon Brennan was there on hand. Now, coming up, he's going to share his experience and what it was like to be on one of the first reality TV shows to hit TV. And yes, it was a hit. Not only that, Jon plays a song that he hopes to release very soon. The song is titled, "Tell Me That There Ain't a God." It is a tearjerker and one that you will want to hear. But first this morning, let's get a check of our headlines.
Hello, here's the latest news and weather from Main Street Media TV. Due to a significant number of staff and student illnesses, the Lebanon Special School District will remain closed for the rest of the week, according to a Tuesday news release. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers National District will close the tailwater launching ramp and fishing platform below Old Hickory Lock and Dam on February 12th for debris and tree removal following a December tornado, with cleanup expected to last 3 weeks, weather permitting. The United Way of Greater Nashville and its partners have launched the 21st Annual Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, offering free tax preparation services to individuals and families who earn $76,000 or less in 2024. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance and the Tennessee State Fire Marshal's Office are now accepting applications from rescue squads for $3 million in grant funding to purchase life-saving equipment. Columbia's Planning Department hosts forum at Dr. Krista Martin Community Center to discuss improvements for the city's east side, funded by a $50,000 Healthy Built Environments grant from the South Central Tennessee Development District. For more news and weather, visit us online at mainstreetmediatn.com. Thanks for watching.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family.
We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
Welcome back. Today I get to share a little bit of Taste of Nashville with all of you. I was there for a recent taping with John Dwyer and Devin O'Day. They had me on, and it's always a pleasure to be there with the two of them. But on the same day, one of their guests, well, it was Jon Brennan. Jon Brennan is a musician in the Middle Tennessee area. Not only that, he had a pretty cool experience years ago. He was one of the cast members on The Real World. That was that really hot TV show back in the day. It was in the 90s, I believe. But he shares some of his experience this morning. And then he also plays a song that he hopes to release in the near future.
Well, it can't be Taste of Nashville without a taste of music, right?
We always have some phenomenal music guests, and you are, Devin, kind of the Forrest Gump. There's nobody you don't know. There's nobody
Like
you have.
eating a box
You have a
of chocolate.
story about literally any singer-songwriter in this town, and I'm not saying you're a veteran, okay?
I'm the official songwriter mom of Nashville.
You are,
yes.
and you have a great story with our great guest, Jon Brennan.
I do. Jon Brennan, welcome, this Kentucky boy, to our show. And,
Thank you.
But you're here now.
Yeah, living in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You and I have known each other for a while. You want to tell the story about how we met?
Yeah, I'm going to be very specific. I've known you for 32 years.
Thank you for being specific.
and we're out of time.
We met a block away from where we're sitting in 1992 at the old convention center here that's been torn down now and rebuilt. But NBC was doing a special television show. I got to meet you there, and that is actually where I very spontaneously got to sing a song a cappella just to entertain the crowd.
Because I was doing warm-up for the crowd. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
And that's when a gentleman walked up to me and said, well, I'm working on this show, but I'm working on MTV, this new show. And I said, well, that's awesome, but I'm not an actor. And he said, no, it's not scripted. They had not even come up with the word reality TV yet.
Never had.
And so he told me all about this crazy idea they'd done in New York, and they wanted a country singer to do it for their Los Angeles season, and I became the 8th reality television star of all times on The Real World.
How old were you? Were you like 8?
I was 18 years old.
18.
He was just about
I'm still 18.
Act. But.
That's right.
But you were the only guy in a cowboy hat, and they gave you a lot of grief for that. I mean, thank you for that word, by the way. I'm here. What is the word that I need to say? They really did. And, but what does it feel like to start a whole different genre of television?
Nobody thought it was going to be still on and it's the most watched genre of television, reality TV. They've lumped in all the talent shows to reality TV, but Big Brother and Survivor and the Kardashians, we laid the groundwork for all of them.
Because literally they followed you around everywhere. Now, did you have to kind of heal from that? Because you were literally your whole life as an 18-year-old was there, and there was a lot of heartbreak and heartache on the show, and there's some backstabbing and stuff that was very not familiar to you.
Right. I mean, I was the fish out of water. I was the country kid from the Bible Belt that, sang country music and was kind of dropped and transplanted into Los Angeles on MTV and living with these crazy people who were all older than me. But they hired a psychologist for us, and for all reality television, there's a lot of psychological after effects for sure. Like, how did I look and what do people think of me? Because I'm not playing a character. It's really me that they hate or like.
And people would really say things. And
they sure would.
Even though we didn't really have social media then.
Yeah.
But people would voice their opinion and say just whatever came to mind. And was that tough?
It was tough. I mean, people ask me how real was the real world or how real was reality TV. Back then it was very authentic. Now it's gotten very popular. It's a little more staged. People that get cast or, they know I'm automatically going to be a little bit famous for a little while. So they're acting, as the kids say now, some type of way. It's not always real authentic. But back in the day, we didn't know what we were doing. So we had no choice but to be ourselves. And it was a little stressful, to be honest, but a really great opportunity.
But you went from that and you went back to the church,
Yeah.
I really followed your career throughout, and you started singing praise and worship and went back to working in ministry and things like that. What brought you back to country music?
Well, I mean, I got a little bit older and I had a lot of goals left unfinished in this town, and I have loved country music for 40 years, and I've been singing it for almost 40 years. And I just thought, you know what? It's time for you to go take one big swing, one big last swing at this, and go do, the desires of your heart. And, still real involved in church. I'm leading music in church this Sunday. And, but,
What church?
It's actually in Lexington, Kentucky. My mom has relocated from Owensboro, Kentucky to Lexington, go Big Blue. And so it's Emmanuel Baptist Church is one of their satellite campuses. And so, so I make it back to Kentucky, and I'm still a Kentucky boy, but still really pursuing country music.
Well, when you go from reality TV like that, and you get jolted, and there's blessings and curses of that fame, but you look at this, you've toured Alabama, George Jones, Kenny Chesney, Tim McGraw. This is a who's who. Eddie Rabbitt, Marty Stewart, Diamond Rio, Joe Diffie, on and on, Ronnie Millsap. Did you know at 18 that some people go, did you have a plan B?
I didn't really have a plan B. After the Real World, I was a little bit famous for, they say 15 minutes of fame. It was about 11 years. And, as reruns kept airing, it was still kind of current. And I came back to Nashville and got a record deal, lost a record deal. And as things kind of unraveled a little bit and regrouped, I started leading music in church, and I didn't really have a plan B. I dropped out of Belmont University to go do the Real World. I was a freshman at Belmont University. And
wow.
Hey, Mom and Dad, that really expensive college that I got into, I'm going to drop out and I'm going to join the circus. No, not the circus. Way worse than that.
In a way,
way
you
worse
did.
than that.
I mean, you didn't know, but yeah.
But so, I didn't have a plan B. I still don't.
Still figuring it out.
I'm still wearing this hat around Nashville and singing country music.
Well, you've got a new single that is brand spanking new. You guys can follow it. We're going to hear it. You want to invite your guitar player up and introduce him?
Yeah, this is Andy West. He's a great guitar player. He's actually my current roommate, and we play a lot of music together sitting around the house. And so this song is actually not out yet. It is co-written by a tremendous songwriter named Greg Barnhill.
Love it, Louisiana guy.
And
so good.
And Tim McGraw had this song on hold because he loved it so much for a long time, and then he finally decided he wasn't going to cut it. So I heard it, and I felt like this song was written literally for me to sing. I've actually had this conversation with people 100 times, and it's called "Tell Me That There Ain't a God." And we just shot the video. It's being edited. It's not complete yet, but. This is going to come out real soon, and I hope people really. It's one of those stop you in your tracks type of songs, and it's just really, really tremendously done.
Well, all you guys get ready to get stopped in your tracks because we're about to hear it. Jon Brennan.
2, 3. I was sitting next to a guy on a plane flying back from LA. We were having ourselves the usual conversation. When he saw my book and said out of the blue, he said there ain't no God, and that's the truth. You see, my sister died while my mom and dad were praying. And all this talk about Jesus saves and eternal life beyond the grave, well, to me that's just a bunch of bad religion. And he said, I ain't never seen no miracles. And I said, yes, you have. There's a million in this world, like the way your heart beats in your chest. You take one breath and then the next, then this big blue ball spins in the sky. There's a reason that we all don't fly right off of it, and you can't see love but you feel it. And the fact we're here at 30,000 feet and we don't up and drop, tell me that there ain't a God. Well, I said I might look like some religious guy, but there's more to me than meets the eye, and there's some things about me that you ought to be knowing. You see, I battle with demons and I still fight, and I even almost took my own life, but someone saved me from the hell where I was going. So if you don't believe in amazing grace, there's a miracle right next to you, sitting in 3A. Can't you feel your heartbeat in your chest? You take one breath and then the next, and this big blue ball spins in the sky. There's a reason that we all don't fly right off of it, and you can't see love but you feel it. And the fact we're here at 30,000 feet having this talk, tell me that there ain't a God. Then the plane touched down in Austin, and as we both started walking, he said, you made me stop and think about the wonders of this life. There's as many as the stars up in the sky, like the way your heart beats in your chest. You take one breath and then the next, and this big blue ball spins in the sky. There's a reason that we all don't fly right off of it, and you can't see love but you feel it. And the simple fact that you sat right next to me, oh, it wasn't love. Tell me that there ain't a God. Oh, tell me that there ain't a God. Look around, and tell me that there ain't a God. Believe me now, there's a God.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
As always, thanks for joining us for this pretty cool program. Mornings on Main Street. Always love having you stop by. Enjoy the day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And don't forget, on Friday, which is tomorrow, wear red. We'll have more information about Wear Red Day and why you're encouraged to wear red. Maybe not just today, but throughout the month. We'll have that for you tomorrow. See you later.